Good morning, second graders. This week's Read Aloud is also going to come along with a challenge. So today I'm going to be reading the story, If Winning Isn't Everything, Why Do I Hate to Lose? And while I read, I want you to think about, why would Miss Newman read this book to us? Here we go. Hi, my name's Kelsey. When it comes to winning, I'll do anything it takes. Some people say you play for fun, but not me. I play to win. My mom always tells me winning isn't everything, but I think she's wrong. If winning isn't everything, why do I hate to lose? My basketball team hadn't lost a game in forever. Of course, I'm the best player on the team, but we still have other girls who are pretty good. Last Friday, we were in a really close game. With 15 seconds left, we were up 40-39. A girl from the other team went up for a layup. Somehow, my hand grabbed her ponytail and yanked her to the ground. Ouch! I'm glad that wasn't my hair, I thought. I got away with it, but the ref called me for a foul. The girl made both free throws, and her team went up by 1 point. Oh well, it was worth a try. My coach called a timeout. I wonder what play he was going to call us. Please, 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 let me be the one to make the last shot. I would be the hero, and they could carry me off the court for winning the game. Coach told all the girls where he wanted them to go. Well, that's weird. He never mentioned my name. Hey, Coach, do you want me to take the last shot? No, I want you to sit on the bench. I'm pretty sure you know why, he said. Obviously, we ended up losing the game. I pretended to feel sick so I wouldn't have to go shake hands with the other team. Afterwards, Coach told me to stick around because he wanted to talk. Kelsey, do you have any idea why I benched you? Yeah, I guess you didn't want to win the game. Not true. You did something on purpose that needs to be addressed. You could have hurt that girl. When you cheat like that, you never win. Sure, your team may get more points than the other team, but that's still not winning. Cheat? What do you mean cheat? I didn't cheat. I just came up with a creative way to keep her from making that basket, I said. Coach looked at me and said, it wasn't all that creative, and it didn't keep her from getting the points anyways. And it is cheating. Take a look at our Lady Leopards team promise poster. You know, the promise all of your girls agreed to when you joined the team. I looked up at the wall. Coach asked me to look at number 1, try your hardest. I spoke up. Coach, I did try my hardest. I always try my hardest. Coach said, Kelsey, you played hard most of the game, but I wonder if you had focused more on defense instead of pulling that girl's hair, could you have stopped the ball? I thought about it for a second and just looked at him. Maybe, but I don't know. Coach said, right, you don't know. Well, we'll never know, because you didn't follow number 2. I looked up and saw number 2 displayed good sportsmanship. Kelsey, do you really think you displayed good sportsmanship? Coach asked. Sportsmanship? That's not for me. I'm not a man, and I don't play sports in a ship. No, Coach said, you are not, and this is not a good time for silliness. Sportsmanship means you win and lose with class. That team beat us because they played a great game. That doesn't mean we didn't. We lost by a point. Both teams played well. They got more points. We shake their hands and tell them good game. Coach, I see what you're saying, but I think I'll call it sports girlship. He nodded and asked me to look at number 3, learn from your mistakes. What did you learn from your mistakes? I actually knew this answer. Don't pull hair, play fair, and admit the other team won fair and square. That's a good first step, Coach said. Take this card with our rules and keep it in your pocket as a reminder. Remember to use these rules here, at school, and at home. It's the best way to have fun. When I got home, I went to play Connect Four with my older brother, Anthony. It was my turn to go first, and things were going great. Well, for about 30 seconds. Before I knew it, he had trapped me. Not again! There was only one thing I could do to keep from losing. I pretended to sneeze and knocked the game over. I hate playing with you, my brother said. Don't you know cheaters never win? I'm not a cheater, and at least I didn't lose. Mom pulled me aside. Kelsey, what you did was not an accident and was not part of the game. So it really is the same thing as cheating. And when you cheat, you actually lose, whether you got caught or not. Take a look at the card Coach gave you. Didn't he talk to you about trying your hardest, winning and losing with class, and learning from your mistakes? Yeah. Kelsey, I saw that Anthony had trapped you. There really wasn't much you could do to keep from losing. But you should have kept trying your hardest. That's what number 1, try your hardest. But Mom, it wouldn't have mattered. He had me trapped. I would have lost anyways. That may be the case, but then you should have just said, good game. That's what number 2 means. But I just don't understand how it's able to trap me every time we play. Well, that sounds like a great question to ask him. And that is what number 3 means. Learn from your mistakes. This whole sports girlship thing was starting to make sense, even though it seemed like a lot of work. I told my brother I was sorry for knocking the game over and that he really won. Why don't you ever cheat? Don't you like winning? I asked. Of course I do, but I want to know I actually won, Anthony said. If you cheat, you never know if you have won fair and square. How do you trap me all the time? I asked. He tried to hide it, but he was excited to show me, and so he did. It didn't seem too hard. Why didn't I think of that? I said. Maybe because you're too busy thinking of ways to cheat. Oh, yeah. A while later, my sister, Millie, asked me to come play Connect Four. Sure, now was my chance to try my new moves. She didn't even see it coming. I had her trapped like a bear in a cage at the zoo. She had nowhere to go to avoid losing the game. I yelled out, Connect Four! In your face! She looked like she was going to cry. Kelsey, seriously? Mom said, come here. Remember how Coach said you should show good sportsmanship whether you're losing or winning? How is yelling at your sister showing good sportsmanship and winning with class? I guess I could have said good game, I mumbled. And maybe you should show her what Anthony taught you, Mom said. What? Then she might beat me. Yes, she might. But how good would it feel to win even if she knew the trick? If you think about it, you might realize that showing good sportsmanship feels a lot better. It's the best way to have fun. Okay, Mom. I'll apologize to Millie. The next day at school, there was the true test. It was field day, and there were more than 20 events we could do. There was a small chance I might lose a few of them, so I tried to prepare myself for it. First was the sock hop. On your mark, get set, fall down! Just as the starter said go, I tripped and fell flat on my face. I wanted to say someone tripped me and that we needed a restart, but I could see my teacher, Mr. Smith, watching me to see what I would do. I started laughing and said, Did you all see that sack trip me? Mr. Smith said he loved how I had a positive attitude even though I didn't win. But he also said there was one more thing I should have done. But I didn't get mad at all, I said. Yes, you are right, and that was fantastic. You still could go a step farther. When someone else beats us fair and square, we should say, You know I let you win, right? I said. Nice try. But no, Mr. Smith said. we still need to say, "Good game," and shake the winner's hand. Try and remember this the rest of field day. Next was the egg toss game. My partner and I won. The kids who lost came up to us and said, "Man, you guys were awesome." I told them, "You were great too." You know, I guess you could say all of us had a good sports girlship. The last event was the team relay race. I ran the first part of the race for my team and got us a huge lead right away. As the race went on, the other teams were getting closer and closer. I was yelling, "Hurry, hurry, hurry!" as each of my teammates ran past their part of the race. At the end, our runner and a runner from the other team were side by side as they crossed the finish line. Coach said the other team won by an inch. Now this story could have ended a few different ways. I could have said the other kids on my team lost the race for us since I gave them such a huge lead. I could have said Coach needed glasses because obviously it was a tie. But I guess neither of those endings would have fit with the Lady Leopards team promises. So I walked over and gave everyone on the winning team a high five and told them, "Good race." Then I looked around. There was still one thing I needed to do. I went over to the kids on my team and said, "Good try. Maybe next time." The other kids said, "We thought you were going to be mad at us for losing." "We didn't lose," I said. "It's just that our team didn't win. We win as a team and we lose as one. And I guess it really doesn't matter whether we win or lose. The most important part is that we work hard, make sure we have good sports girlship, and learn from our mistakes. It's the best way to have fun. And I say we're winners at that." When I left school that day, I felt good inside. I was excited to tell Mom about everything that happened, and I was even more excited to tell her about the time when I didn't win. I might even tell her she was right. Winning isn't everything. It still feels better than losing, but I guess I don't hate losing quite as much anymore. Now, second graders, your job is going to be to create your own game, and I will send you the directions to that on Seesaw as well. Good luck! Can't wait to see how your games turn out.